Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Vormithrax. This is Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. We are continuing our Gamer Cave series, episode 2. Making some pretty good progress. Ricky Culver, our game master, is doing well, so no complaints there. You can see character sheets up on the screen right now. Yeah, we had a really good first episode. So we actually managed to get over the infection status pretty easily. Things went our way in a number of ways. And part of that's due to luck. Part of it's due to practice and knowledge of the gameplay. But yeah, so we conquered the initial infection. That's always the most dangerous stage for an infected start. And we managed to get a vehicle early, did some traveling, got some stuff we needed. Actually managed to find 3 of the new basements that are the gamer basements. And picked one, settled in. So we are pretty much just going about our business, trying to get our skills up, get our gear put together, and find 3 more volunteers to play in our RPG campaign. Hey, Carlom5, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub, appreciate that. Yeah, so things are going great. So we just finished up at the end of last episode on Wednesday. We took a little bit of a trip in our vehicle, ran into a bit of a problem with a good old eyeball making us shudder from a distance. Hate those things, but it doesn't look like we caught the fungal fever, so I'm happy about that. And we got a few things to do in this particular episode that I want to get accomplished. But yeah, so here's the character. Like I said, Ricky Culver. He is a game master. That is a character profession you can pick. That gave us the Dungeon Master trait here, and the Dungeon Master trait, I won't read the whole thing, but basically you read slightly faster and suffer no reading time penalty for books too complex for you to easily understand. So even high intelligence books that I don't meet the requirements for, I can read without taking a penalty. So combine that with fast reader and bookworm, and we can really pile through the book learning. So our intelligence is 10, which is decent, and those 3 things really make us able to just really blitzkrieg through books. So, we might just settle down and knock out some more of the books that we've brought back. On the trip out, we also managed to get a hold of Krav Maga, so we have learned that. We may use it, we'll see. We got some things we need to do, and we're having a problem with the NPC bugging out on us and not being able to teach us anything currently, which is kind of annoying. Other than that, though, we're in good shape, so no real negative conditions to worry too much about. Our skills are improving, stats are fine, nothing major going on there. We've got an okay set of gear. I haven't spent too much time and attention on it yet. I'm kind of waiting until we get another level or 2 of a few things and some materials before I put together our full set of tailored gear. So we're kind of making do right now, but we have found our beloved rollerblades. Love me my rollerblades, especially on my fast-moving characters, which this one does qualify as. So we also managed to pick up a scabbard and a broadsword. I'll have to see if I can fix that broadsword now and even reinforce it. I think that's the major things we got recently in our trips out and about. Beyond that, nothing too exciting. I mean, we've got most of the tools. We're still missing the hacksaw. I haven't found a toolbox or anything like that yet. We've got most things covered, but metalworking is one of the big things we're going to have to get working into. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff we got to get done. So here's our Gamer Cave basement. If you haven't seen these are new, just added in a recent update. So we've got our table here. I will sit here. I am the Dungeon Master, and there's our Dungeon Master's Guide on the table. And we've got 4 chairs for the NPCs that are going to play in our campaign. Each one of them has their own character sheet. There's the character sheet for each one. Currently, we've just got Priscilla Hyatt, so she's just going to hang out here in the basement. I don't want to risk NPCs that I have rescued and converted or had convinced to join my party, so we're not going to take her out fighting until the very end. If I actually get all 4 NPCs, complete the theme of the challenge, then we'll gear up the NPCs and we'll just go out in a big herd and see what kind of carnage we can get into. But until then, I'm going to be pretty careful with any NPCs we come across. We do have some pretty good traits for talking them into joining us, so we'll see just how well we can do. I did manage to get speaking up to level 5, so I don't often raise that skill. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of numbers or things we get. What class is she playing? You mean the NPC? She's actually a mutant. So, that's her right there. So, she is, what, insect, I think? No, bird. Bird. Hollow bones. Bay night sights. Actually, she's a weird mix. She's got traits from a few different lines, so I'm not sure what she qualifies as. But, it's interesting, but that strength 6, that kind of sucks. She can dodge like crazy, but somehow I managed to get both of her arms broken. She was doing fine, doing great, doing great. Next time I looked, both arms were broke. So that was entertaining. But we actually managed to get her arms fixed again, so that was good. But she's not a high damage output fighter, so as you can see. What I'm trying to learn, though, is that unarmed combat to 3. I want to learn that from her, but it's bugged and it keeps giving me an error message when I try to train from her. So I'm going to give her another day or so, and then we're going to check one more time. And after that, I may just debug myself the training if it continuously basically bugs out and doesn't let me do anymore. And I was trying to get my dodging trained up to 6 via her as well. Alright, so as you can see, we're currently at 5. I had one more level to go before it started bugging on me. But I wanted the dodge, I wanted the 2 levels of unarmed, and whatever else. But yeah. So that's the character. We're hanging out in the upper corner of the little basement here. It's where I got all my gear and my fire set up. We got some bedding. And we got the gamer table. So, here's the map. There we go. We are hanging out right here on the edge of town. Yep, we have a school nearby and we have a fungal tower nearby. And the fungal tower was behaving weird. I'm not sure what's going on with the fungal stuff, but it wasn't spreading like it normally does. So, it may be an issue, may not. We'll see. But I don't have a good way of dealing with that permanently yet. You can see we've done a little bit of traveling. This is the route that we took at the end of last episode. We were running down this way, and right there, well, first, we had to scoot carefully around a roadblock, but then as we were doing that, we ran into a flaming eye out here in the middle of this field. We got shuddered and moved past it, hoping to find a way down to Effingham. That was my original goal, was trying to get to Effingham. For some options to hopefully get some books. But notice the terrain is blocking me there as well. I'd have to drive right through the middle of this town because the river is blocking one side and a forest is blocking the other. The only road route is right through the middle of it. So instead of going that route, if we do another trip out, we're going to try to go this direction instead. We're going to head down towards Hersey by following this road route right here. So we'll just come south, down near the bunker, and then follow this route instead and see if we can work our way across while avoiding that nasty stuff. So that'll be one plan. Alright, another thing I wanted to talk about is the sidebar interface has updated, and I did update my experimental version. So I was originally using 8669 when I started the challenge, and then I just updated to 8685. I think it's 81 or 82, had a round of updates for the interface, and it fixed a number of important things. Perception is now perception instead of being int. And I've got a few more lines of my chat log, but still have a good amount of minimap space. It's added back in the compass and the monster list. That was an important one, because that was gone. And that made driving a little harder, because I couldn't see body sites, because it wouldn't show me like Amigo or amoebic mold or those types of creatures while I was driving easily. So it was harder for me to spot body sites as well as roadblocks and chicken walkers and tank drones. So I'm very, very glad that's back and that they fixed that minor typo. But another thing is now when you turn off the minimap, it does extend the chat log all the way down again. So it wasn't doing that before either. So pretty much the classic interface, which is what I'm using, is back to being classic and actually looks and works pretty well. So, as noted, you can change the sidebar options. So as you see, I'm on the classic and I've turned everything back on. I had the compass turned off for a bit, but with some changes and adjustments, I was able to get everything to fit in a way I think I'm comfortable with. Mostly I was running into a problem with my log and the minimap sizes. If we try to go to labels, I still can't quite get this the way I want it. There's just the way the information's organized, there are certain little pieces I want, but they're attached to other pieces that take up so much space, I just don't like it. So, unfortunately, I'm probably not going to use the labels one. I just can't get the information the way I want or the way I find useful. So I'm going to stick to Classic for now. But I'm very happy. There were a bunch of other changes and fixes as well. So if you've been unhappy with some of the setup, make sure you take a look at it again. And again, in order to change that, it is... Whoops, wrong thing. Right there. Toggle panel admin. That key. I always forget what that's called. Soft parentheses, and soft close parentheses, something like that. I forget the name of it. But that's the key. That brings up this information window where you can pick either the classic labels and move things around. So, but Classic's looking pretty good now. What I did to get this to fix, because I use a larger font size on my game than most people tend to, that's for readability. I have a lot of viewers that watch on phones and tablets, and they have a really hard time reading all the text in the game unless I have a fairly good, solid font. I'm really happy with my font, but it does make the log here a little smaller. So what I did to get things to fit just the way I think works well is I went into graphics, and I set my pixel minimap height to 15. So 0 is default. I don't know what that actually sets it to, but I set it to 15, and that gives me extra room for my log, but also gives me a good minimap area. So I'm pretty happy. Alright, enough talking about that. Let's say hi to a few folks before we get moving here. Hey there, Mount, and Karlam, Grabakit, Populous, welcome back, everybody. Darzal. Hey there, Cryptosil. Yes, the character being off-center is also fixed. The character is now centered in the view window instead of being centered in the entire monitor space, which would cause, because of the sidebar presence, it caused the character to be like over here slightly. So that is also fixed, another important one. So you don't have to do the shift view keys to get yourself kind of centered anymore. So like I said, a lot of good fixes. I don't think he's quite done yet. There's a few things I think he's still working on, but I think most of the immediate rough edges have been worn off, so it's a good change. I'm in favor of it, and the work Korg has done for it, so take a look at it. It's modifiable to such an extent that you should be able to get pretty close to what you're happy with. And having it modular and being able to change between various options and settings for especially people using or playing the game on different devices. Making the interface modular in some way and being able to turn things on and off is actually a pretty important configuration option. So, for the overall health of the community, I think it's a great thing, and I'm happy he's been working on it. Alright, this is the absolute brand new update. I updated to the brand new version 5 minutes before I went live. So, yes, in the settings it mentions exactly which experimental versions I'm on. So in my settings now I say experimental build 8669, which was the original one, but now it's 8685, which is the absolute most recent one I can get. Alright, so there we go. And I actually updated twice. I updated to this most recent one because of the fire issue. So the fires were having a bit of a problem with wind, making them stupid raging internal or eternal fires. So I wanted to get that fixed in as well. But we're up to date. Alright. So, yakety yak. Do-do-do. Alright. So what are we going to do? We got the longbow 2 with a quiver, but I haven't used it much yet. What was I going to work on? I'm trying to remember. We had just got back from the trip. I think I had unloaded everything. We did swap out our vehicles while we were out and about, so now we're tooling around in a police SUV. It was in better shape, and it's got more storage locations for me. This will do plenty of storage until I can swap out cargo spaces or anything else. It's one tile longer, but the engine compartment was in really, really good shape, and overall it was just an all-around better conditioned vehicle. Still not the kind that I normally would pick as my preferred. Humvee is always going to be my favorite. Second only to my motorcycle I like to build when I go through the welding and metalworking process far enough to do that. But for this challenge, I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to go with the motorcycle. We do have rollerblades now, so maneuvering at night is going to be a little easier for me. So, I think I left a few things in the vehicle. What did I leave there? Jerry can, water, shovel, yeah, all that's going to stay, and extra arrows is going to stay. Alright, so yeah, I did unload everything from the vehicle. Our NPC, like I mentioned, had 2 broken arms. We managed to get her back up to full strength, so I'm still not taking her with me. Nah, I'm not even going to check the training thing right now. Let's go ahead and get some fire. Alright, let's check out our sushi book. And here's our list of books now. So, we can go mechanics to 6. Do I have... I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of the books that have the vehicle welding rig. I can't remember which one gives you the recipe at level 6, though. Some of them require... I think the range is like 5 to 8 between 4 different books. Depending on which books you have, you can build the vehicle welding rig at various levels. But no matter what, I need to raise my mechanics to at least 5, probably 6, before I'll likely be able to put the vehicle welding rig together. But yeah, here's our list, though. So we've got mechanics books up to 6. Unarmed combat. Actually, I can just read unarmed combat to 3, and I can do that really quickly. So I don't really need the NPC to give me that. Computers, Computers 3 isn't functionally useful, so I'm just gonna hold off on that for now. Until I get one of the 2 mid-level books, I'll hold off. Fab, of course, is important, up to about 8. Not using piercing weapons. We've got the broadsword, so cutting weapons would be good, but I don't have any books for that. Wrapping is good for a couple of reasons. But yeah, it's pretty much fab, cooking, and mechanics. That's about all I've got available to me. I've got a pretty good supply of stuff. Just let me review it real quick to remind myself. Oh yeah, can I put the telescope together yet? So, spring I can do now because I have the wrench. Just need to go take a seat apart, so that's easy. I haven't gathered up any solder yet. Oh, alright. Well, that's not that big a deal. The lenses I've got, so... Either plastic bowls. Uh-oh, I don't have enough chunks for the 4 plastic bowls, huh? Might be time to go ahead and take apart the laundry basket. Let's do that. I want to remove my reliance on the old laundry basket. Let's first wear the dive bag. See if the laundry basket is still butchering up at 100 plastic. What did we get? 100 plastic. Alright, we got plastic chunks now. Give me 4 bowls. Then give me the mold. Alright, so we got the mold ready to go. Let's do the lenses. Move over the Camera Pro and the smartphone. Disassemble everything once. And now we've got the small high quality lens and the high quality lens. So all we need is the spring, which is easy. Just get down out of a chair, or a seat, I mean, from a car. And then some solder. Solder's not that big a deal. As long as you've got the soldering iron. And I need some electronic materials like... I haven't really gotten much... I haven't taken computers and stuff apart yet. So processor boards, I think, do it. Yeah, 5 solder out of processing boards. We'll hold off on the solder, though. Alright, let's take a quick trip outside again. Time is it? Coming up on midnight. We've got a computer in here. Let's take this apart. That will give us some parts. Scrap metal or chunks. Those two I can take apart for solder. Or that one I can take apart for solder. And I thought I could take apart circuit boards. Well, we'll grab all this stuff. Ah, processor boards is the one I'm thinking of, not circuit boards. I don't think I need circuit boards. Alright, so that'll give me a large part of what I need. And then I was debating taking the seats out here, but if I'm going to have... I don't anticipate having more than one NPC with me at a time. Basically, I'll recruit them, drive them back, and leave them at the base until the very end. I was thinking about removing the 2 seats here. Let's keep this intact for the moment. We'll just come out here. Scoop up some more general raw material. Oops, I forgot I don't have the basket anymore. Alright, that's fine. Remove seat. Hey there, Shade Zombie. Don't care about any of that. God damn it! Alright, I'll just sit here and wait for you, Shade Zombies. Alright. That's right, I can't do this without being able to see. Give me... Need a rope for now. Put the broadsword back in the scabbard. And we'll just take one car seat with us in our hands. Alright, see if we can put together all the materials from that. Oh, need a tool with fine metal sawing. Really? I can't disassemble a seat without fine metal sawing. Well, that kind of sucks. Thought I had that covered with, Swiss Army knife? Nope, that's just metal sawing. Apparently the repair kit doesn't do it either. Nope, fine hammering. Well, that's disconcerting. Let's do... Drop that there. And we'll take apart the processor board. Alright, so we're just down to the spring.
Oh.
Is that what that represents? That represents O? Thanks, Remo. Appreciate the resub, of course. 8-month streak. Yeah, so hacksaw is kind of annoying me. I thought I had the... I thought I was going to take the chair, or the wrench to take the chair apart, but that's just to remove it from the vehicle, not to disassemble it. I could try smashing it apart, just to get the spring. Make some noise. We might be able to get what we need out of it. I just need one spring. Let's go with the... crowbar for now. Yeah, that's the pavement that I'm hitting. Where's another vehicle? Die, chair, die! Yeah, well, we got the horn. Probably should have gone after the other chair. There's less stuff for me to randomly hit in the other location. Already 3 a.m. Got the seatbelt destroyed. Can't seem to get this stupid thing. I don't have enough bash on this makeshift crowbar. Need like a home wrecker. I don't seem to be damaging the pavement. Why am I hitting the pavement? That doesn't make any sense. There's still a seat here. That's weird. I've done that before. I need something with more punch. There were no springs over here. Either zombie. Yeah, it seems pretty tough. See if I can go put a home wrecker together real quick. Hey there, home wrecker. Oh, heavy stick's fine. Alright, wheeled home wrecker. That'll do a much better job. It's got like 2.5 times the bash value. Oh yeah. Alright, did we get a spring? We did not get a spring. Come on, game. Give me a spring before the sun comes up. Nope. It's being pesky again. I can be pretty sure that if there's anything... Damn it, still not getting a spring. Oh well. At least we're making some raw materials. Well, I know there's no zombies nearby. They sure would have shown up by now. I dropped the seat. I got a functional seat. That's why no spring showed up there. $435. Damn it, I think I got another functional seat. Yep. I keep destroying the frame, but not the chair. Again! With lightweight frames. Alright, stop running. Yeah, this is kind of the blunt force method that's not working so well. I thought. Ooh, there we go, a bus. Probably gonna be way too many zombie children over here, though. Yeah. Rip my scabbard. Piece of crap. I'm gonna leave these guys behind. Gotta have a hacksaw to take the chair apart. That's why I'm trying to smash one. I just had my mind set on getting my telescope done. Spring's the last thing I need, and I'm just too focused to bother trying some other method. Getting out away from my cleared area, so probably gonna get zombie visiting me here pretty quick. I'm destroying the roof. Trying to hit the chair. I'm hitting everything except. There's a spring. Alright, we got one. That's all I need. Do-do-do-do. We are... Oops. Alright, where the hell am I? We are good to go. Oh, I could have got one from the iBot. I forgot about the iBot. Oh no, they don't have springs. Solder, processor board, lens. Alright, no spring. Never mind. Do-do-do-do-do. Well, it worked. Took a little longer than I expected. Survivor telescope. We are one level above at a decent intelligence, so should be a fairly low chance of failing this. Alright, let's use the high quality. And we have the Survivor telescope done. For anybody not aware, Survivor telescope basically acts like binoculars. It expands the view range on your overworld map while you're traveling. Which means, if I travel out this way, for example, it's going to show me a much wider area around my vehicle as I travel. And yes, it does stack with other things, like the scout trait, so you can get really, really large radius view ranges when you stack those things. So yay, we got that done. Yeah, I'm not used to these, so I don't often check what these have, and I can't tell ahead of time. So we've got the water heater and the furnace. May have a spring, I don't remember. I think I'm done with both. I could probably just take them apart. We got water still? One dose of water left. Sure, have that water. Alright, they're done. Let's go ahead and disassemble them. That way we know. There's the metal tank, faucet. Oh, there's this easy source of thermometers now, so we can get our freezer put together down here. Rubber hoses, scrap metal pipes. Pretty good list of useful stuff, especially that 60-liter tank. And no springs. Alright, we'll just throw those up in the pile. Pretty much done down there. Sun has probably come up. Don't remember how much water I have laying around. Oh yeah, I've got the jerry can still. Alright, cool. What we'll do is, next night cycle, we'll grab that 6-liter tank and we'll run next door. We've got this small wooded trail. It's got a pond. We can go get water from that. And that'll give us all the water we need down here for quite a while. So hydration is not an issue. Let's do 2 more of that. And what can we cook? Not bad. Do some rice for now. Get us out of this current situation. Try not to eat too much in the way of candy. I want to maintain my... Oh yeah, mushy pudding. That's what I need. I need mushy pudding. Alright, so 7 a.m. We got our first item made. Let's drop the home wrecker. That'll be used situationally. I need to find out if I can repair this broadsword. I don't think I have quite enough skill yet. Activate. Oops. Yeah, I don't have much in the way of batteries either. Soldering iron, repair, broadsword. Oh, yep, you can repair it. Cool. Mechanics 5. That's interesting. Well. Alright, stop. Apparently my repair chance is great. My reinforced chance sucks. We just burned through like an hour. And also 120 charges of my battery power. And is our mechanics going up? Nope, our mechanics skill is not going up. So we can repair it, we can't reinforce it, is what I've learned. So, fully repaired, don't reinforce, please. Yeah, 0 success, 3.4 damage. That's alright, it's repaired. And Tater's kits. Alright, what else? Booster. Yeah, go ahead. Damage fix, damage fix, damage fix. I failed the 50-50 chance like 6 times there, and then I ran out of charges. That's funny. Poor Fedora. I guess it's gonna stay unreinforced as well. Don't really care about the socks. We'll fix up the sneakers though. Alright, there we go. Tailor's kit, soldering iron. How come it didn't give me dive bag options? Can you not repair a dive bag? Maybe it'll improve them by repairing this item. Oh, soldering iron repairs dive bags. That's interesting. Alright, so that's step 1. Actually burned through quite a bit of time there. Already almost 4 p.m. All we've done is repair some clothing. Next thing to look at, welding. So we can do a makeshift welder. I can do a number of them, which is good. Let's see. So before I make the welder, I'm going to go ahead and read up to my mechanics. We'll get it to 6. We'll see if that lets me get the vehicle welding rig option. I'm pretty sure it will. I think Mechanical Mastery has the recipe, and I don't remember. I think Internal Combustion does as well. But I don't know what levels they're at for those 2 books, so we'll find out. So let's plan on doing that. What do I have for lots of food while I cook? I don't think I have any real bulk food. Soy milk went rotten. Only 1 thing was left. I've got 1 MRE. Yeah, I don't have much in the way of bulk food, so I can't spend too much time doing this. Luckily, we're gonna blitz through this. We only need 1 level of it. Oh, that's easy. Alright, no problem. We'll just have Toastums and soda. No alcohol. No morphine. We'll wait on that. We'll also activate our MP3 player. Where'd you go? Apparently I'm good at finding twos. Wow, I'm a master at finding twos. Right up until I die. Oh well. Alright, let's read 18 minutes, and they're all 18 minutes. That one it is. There we go, Mechanic 6. So, big question. Is vehicle welding rig on the list? Vehicle welding rig, yay! Alright, so we can do it. Whoops, I need level 4 mechanic or electronics. That's gonna be a problematic one. I have no electronics books. Although, I only need to get to 2 and then we're covered. I think I can do that. We can make, what, antennas and hopefully at least one other thing? Do I have any electronics? Oh, we're already at 1. Fire starter. That's no... Oh, 30 copper wire or 3 wires. Chain link! Somebody tell me they remember chain link being nearby. It's really all I need. I need some chain link and I'll be able to put enough of those together to get my electronics up a little bit. Alright, first things first though, give me the metal tank. Go top off our water supply. Oh yeah, chain link, tons of it. I forgot about this. Well, that's useful. Alright, so we've got water. Whoops, god damn it. That always happens to me. As soon as I fill the thing, that's when the shady zombie jumps me. Alright, safe mode. That it? Looks like that's it, finally. Pretzels are pretty good. Oops. Alright, wires. These are actually fairly heavy. 12. Alright, so that's fine. I'm gonna go grab a few more wires. Very convenient that we have the chain link right here. Wires, wires. Can't quite grab all of it. Alright, I think we've got enough. What was it, the fire starter? Electric fire starter, level 1 electronics. Just needs 3 wires. I don't want to use up my copper wire, that's used in too many other things, but this is super easy to come by with chain link fence nearby, and scrap metal super easy as well. So, and it's a short build time. We're at 106. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do 8. See how close we get. 76%. Probably 4 more? Maybe 5. Nope, we made it. Cool. Alright, we got electronics too. That is awesome. And I don't need 12 electric fire starters, thanks. An hour to disassemble. How about disassemble once? What does that get me? Hey, it gets me my wires back. Well, that's an awesome recipe. Okay, now we can read our way up to the rest of the electronics that I need. 22 minutes or... Oh, that's my only electronics book. Alright. And then we've got Robots for Fun and Profit. That'll take us up to 8 electronics. So we have electronics covered all the way to the top. Mechanics we've got to 8, which is as far as I ever need to take it. Fab, we've only got to 6, so we need 1 high-level fab book. Then we'll be done with that. We need tailoring, and then lots of computers. Alright, so same thing as before. Getting closer to what we need to do. Let's actually grab that MRE. Come here, Mr. MRE. To make a separate quick food and drink pile. I get too irritated otherwise. We're tired. It is at midnight. That's midnight. Dark. Anything else I need to do in the dark right now? I don't think so. We'll sleep. I'm going to try to talk to the NPC, see if it's still broke, and we'll do another day or 2 of reading. That'll open up a lot of possibilities for us. As usual, as soon as I can get the vehicle welding rig put into a car and have jacking and lifting quality, difficulty gets a lot easier. Hey there, you. Teach me. I'm too thirsty? Excuse me? I have NPC needs turned off. I've never seen that message before. What? Not that list. Hey there, world mods. Disable NPC needs. Too thirsty. What's up with you? That's a bunch of nonsense. Well, I don't know what to say about that. That's not the message I was getting before. That was the broken part. I've never seen that message before. Huh. Alright. Let's grab a plastic bottle. Two. Pour into the container, plastic bottle. Didn't think that would do it. I want you to use this item. said here we go. And it did actually use one of the charges. Still too thirsty. Huh. Interesting. Well, there we go. Now all of a sudden she'll... Well, the next part's the broke part. Dodging 5 to 6. Alright, it's back to working again. That is weird, though. I've never seen a message about asking for water and such. Huh. Alright, well. I'm happy. We got our dodge to 6. Alright. Oh, I do have a Fab to 8 book. So, yeah, we do have Fab covered. The Fab's covered. Mechanics, I think 6 is as high as I need to go. But we can go to 8. I will, because it's pretty quick for us. So, if mechanics is done, book-wise. Fab's done, book-wise. Electronics is done. I've got cooking to 6, which I'm not planning on doing a bunch of mutations this run. So, 6 will probably be plenty for most of my needs. So yeah, I think it's just tailoring of computers. I guess first aid as well. What did we get our first aid to? Yeah, we're only at first aid 3. So there's still a few we can make use of. Let's go back to doing... Let's see here. Things that are preventing me now is electronics. Gotta get that done. There's electronics 3. One more. And there's 4. And that doesn't matter if they find out a cookie jar. Cookie jar is empty. Cookie jug. There's about half a handful left in the cookie jug. Alright. Out of MREs. Oops. Let's do the... Yeah, definitely gonna have to go get some food sorted out here. So we'll finish off the rice for now. Alright, so we've got electronics 4 as well. Vehicle welding rig. We now have all the skill requirements for, and we're above level on the primary, so we won't fail it. Hey there, Kokama. Thanks much for the tip. So yeah, this will be no problem. Other than steel frame, I still don't have the hacksaw. So, I have to go through the whole swage and die, tongs, forge, anvil, all that stuff. I want to do this now. Not sure I want to do this now. Where are we at on... We're at tailoring 5. Oh, I need to get my fab up. I know fab is what's preventing me from getting my light survivor gear put together. So let's get that finished up. I believe I need 6 fab to do it. 7 preferably, so I don't have much chance of failing. 19 minutes versus 35 minutes. Yep. And then we're going to have to go actually out and about again, unfortunately. Alright, there we go. Light survivor gear. Of which we are missing some parts. Raincoat I think I've picked up. And then, what do I have laying around that's filthy? Show me everything. Inventory, filthy. Oh, I didn't pick up a raincoat. I've got the chest rig and the tool belt. I remember to pick those up. So, I've got this one satisfied. Emergency jacket, can get from a evac shelter. Raincoat, there may be one laying around that I just haven't picked up. So, let's activate the washboard. Oh yeah. Give me that. Yeah, give me all of those. Alright, everything's cleaned up. Touring suit, I'm just going to chop up for leather parts. I make the raincoat. To make the rain hood, I need plastic bags. Excuse me. Unload a bunch of plastic bags to get the bags. I've got 7. I only need 3. Unload. Candy. Unload. Candy. And unload. Candy. And there's a raincoat. Oh, I forgot the duct tape. Alright. Yeah, soldering there.